The Amazon doesn't want to kill you. That's the problem. It doesn't have to want anything. It just has to exist. And you have to make one wrong decision. The jaguar isn't coming for you. The anaconda doesn't care. The piranha are honestly the least of your concerns. What's actually going to kill you is about 2 millimeters long, lives in the water you're desperate to drink, and multiplies inside your intestines until you're too weak to walk. Welcome to 7 days in the largest rainforest on Earth, where everything is wet, everything is alive, and most of it is waiting to use your body as a hotel. You're not lost in a forest. You're lost in a green maze that stretches for 2.7 million square miles with no landmarks, no horizon, and a canopy so thick you can't even use the sun to navigate. People have died 30 feet from rescue teams because the jungle swallowed their screams, and nobody heard a thing. The trees don't care. The river doesn't care. The billion organisms crawling through every square inch of soil definitely don't care. And right now, standing in the green darkness with no idea which direction leads out, neither does the universe. So let's talk about how to make the universe's indifference work in your favor. Here's the thing nobody tells you about jungle survival. The Amazon isn't trying to eat you. It's trying to digest you, slowly, from the outside in. Every cut gets infected. Every scratch becomes a highway for bacteria. The humidity that makes breathing feel like drinking air. That's the same humidity turning your skin into a petri dish. You are rotting. Right now. Standing there, reading the situation, trying to figure out your next move. Your body has already started decomposing in slow motion. The jungle doesn't need predators. It has patience and moisture and about 40,000 species of fungus that think you look delicious. Congratulations. You're not at the top of the food chain. You're a buffet that hasn't realized the restaurant is open. Day 1. Panic is your first enemy. Your brain screams at you to move. Find civilization. Walk until you hit something familiar. This instinct will kill you faster than anything with teeth. Moving without direction in the Amazon doesn't get you closer to rescue. It gets you deeper into nowhere. The jungle looks identical in every direction. That distinctive tree you're using as a landmark, 8,000 identical ones surround it. The river you're following. It might loop back on itself or lead deeper into wilderness. Stop. Sit down. Breathe. You're not going to think your way out in the first hour. You're going to panic your way into a worse situation. The people who survive get found. The people who wander get lost forever. If you crossed a river, go back to it. If you know which direction you came from, move toward it. If you're completely disoriented, stay put. Build shelter. Make yourself visible. This is where most people mess up. They trust their sense of direction. The Amazon laughs at your sense of direction. Studies show humans walk in perfect circles when they can't see the sun. Not metaphorically, literally. Your confidence is a liar. Sit down. Quick checkpoint. You've stopped panicking, you've stopped walking, and you've accepted that the jungle is now your temporary address. Let's talk about water, because you're going to want to drink everything you see, and that instinct is about to destroy you from the inside out. Water is everywhere in the Amazon, dripping from leaves, pooling in plants, flowing in streams. Your body sees abundance and thinks the problem is solved. The problem is not solved. The problem has 1,000 microscopic faces, and they're all parasites. Giardia, Cryptosporidium, E. coli, cholera. The Amazon's water is basically a smoothie of organisms that want to colonize your intestines. Drink it raw, and within 48 hours, you'll experience diarrhea so severe it accelerates your dehydration faster than not drinking at all. Boil water every time, no exceptions. No, it looks clean, so it's probably fine. The cleanest stream is still a biological crime scene. Boil for 1 minute minimum. No fire means no safe water. No safe water means a countdown timer that ends with you too weak to signal for help. Day 2. The jungle starts testing your skin. You woke up with bites, dozens of them. maybe hundreds. Things you never saw, never felt, found you in the night and took sample. This is normal. This is also dangerous. Every bite is a potential infection site. Every scratch from pushing through vegetation, every small cut from a branch. These are entry points, and the Amazon's bacterial payload is waiting at every door. You need to keep wounds clean and dry, in an environment that's never clean and never dry. Yes, this is almost impossible. Yes, you have to try anyway. If you have any fabric, wrap your cuts. If you have nothing, mud can actually help. Certain clays have antibacterial properties. The indigenous peoples figured this out over thousands of years. They didn't have antibiotics. They had observation and desperation, which turns out to be a decent substitute. Check your feet twice a day. Jungle foot is real, and it's exactly as horrible as it sounds. The constant moisture breaks down your skin until it's literally falling apart. Keep your feet dry when resting. Take off your shoes. Let them breathe. Your feet are your only transportation out of here, and the jungle is trying to repossess them. Day 3. Hunger starts lying to you. You haven't eaten in over 48 hours. Your stomach is sending emergency signals to your brain. Everything around you is alive, so surely something must be edible, right? The Amazon is full of food. It's also full of things that look like food but are actually poison wearing a fruit costume. That colorful berry? Probably toxic. That mushroom? Definitely don't. That frog? It's literally called a poison dart frog for a reason. Here's the hierarchy of jungle eating. If you see animals eating it, it's probably safe for you. If insects are on it, even better. If nothing is touching it, that's nature's way of putting up a warning sign. But honestly, you can survive 3 weeks without food. You cannot survive 3 days without water. Stop thinking about your stomach. It's being dramatic. Focus on hydration, focus on shelter, focus on being found. Food is a luxury problem you'll solve if you live long enough to have luxury problems. Day 4. The psychological warfare begins. You've been alone for nearly 100 hours. No human voices. No confirmation the outside world exists. Just the constant noise of a jungle completely indifferent to your existence. The sounds never stop. At night, louder. Things you can't see make noises you can't identify. And your brain fills gaps with predators that aren't there. Every snapping branch is a jaguar. Every splash is a caiman. Your mind creates threats because absence of information is scarier than actual danger. This is where people start making bad decisions. Sleep deprivation, isolation, constant terror. It degrades judgment. Day 4, you is dumber than day 1 you. And day 1 you was already lost in the Amazon. Talk to yourself, out loud. It sounds crazy because it is crazy, but it's functional crazy. Your voice confirms you exist. It gives your brain something human to process. Sing if you know songs. Recite anything memorized. The content doesn't matter. The human sound does. Day 5. You find the river. You've been hearing it for hours. Moving water louder than the rain, coming from somewhere to your left. You follow the sound, pushing through vegetation that fights you every step. And suddenly, open space, moving water, a break in the endless green. Rivers are lifelines and death traps simultaneously. Lifeline because rescue teams search rivers. Helicopters spot them. Rivers lead to civilization. If anyone is looking for you, the river is where they'll look. Death trap because rivers are where predators hunt. Caimans, anacondas. The Amazon River dolphin looks friendly in documentaries, but you're not in a documentary. You're in its living room, and it didn't invite you. Stay near the river, not in it. Use it for navigation, not transportation. Follow it downstream. Downstream always leads toward larger waterways, toward civilization, toward people. But follow from the bank. Keep your feet on solid ground. And if you see a caiman, freeze. Then back away slowly. They're ambush predators. If you're not in the water and you're not approaching the water's edge, you're not interesting. Don't become interesting. Day 6. Your body starts failing in ways you didn't expect. The constant humidity has done something to your lungs. Breathing feels heavy. Your skin has a rash that's spreading. The bites from day 2 are now infected welts that hurt to touch. You're weaker than yesterday, and you were weak yesterday. This is the filter. Most people who die in the jungle die around now, not from one catastrophic event, but from the accumulation of small failures. Death by 1,000 tiny cuts, literally. Remember the buffet metaphor from day 1? The restaurant's been open this whole time. You've just been a very slow meal. You need to keep moving downstream, but you also need to rest. But resting means more exposure to insects, but moving means more energy expenditure. Every choice has costs. Every decision trades one problem for another. The jungle has been patient. It's been waiting for you to wear down. And now that you're worn down, it's not going to finish you dramatically. It's just going to keep doing what it's been doing. Slowly, persistently, inevitably. Your job is to be more stubborn than the jungle is patient. That's it. That's the whole strategy now. Outlast something that has infinite time by refusing to give up before rescue arrives. Day 7. You hear the helicopter. At first, you think you're hallucinating. You've been hearing phantom sounds for days, but this one doesn't fade. It gets louder. It has a rhythm that matches nothing in the jungle. You need to be visible. Now. If you have anything reflective, use it. Mirror, metal, anything that catches light. If you have nothing reflective, fire. Smoke rises above the canopy. Smoke is the international signal for someone is down here, please look. Get to the most open space you can find. The riverbank, a fallen tree gap, anywhere the canopy breaks. Wave everything you have. Make yourself the most obvious thing in 1,000,000 square miles of green. They might miss you on the first pass. Keep signaling. Helicopters cover ground fast, but miss things faster. Your job is to be unmissable. And if they don't see you, if the sound fades and the jungle swallows the silence again, you keep going downstream. Because rescue teams don't send one helicopter. They send patterns, they send grids, they send people who don't give up, looking for people who haven't. 7 days in the Amazon doesn't end when you're found. It ends when you decide it's going to end, one way or another. But here's what nobody tells you about surviving the wilderness. Getting out alive is just the beginning, because your body is carrying things now. Parasites that won't show symptoms for weeks. Infections that are just getting started. Damage that doesn't announce itself until you're back in civilization and your system finally crashes. The jungle let you leave. That doesn't mean it let you go. And if you think 7 days fighting nature was hard, imagine being trapped somewhere you can never leave. Somewhere designed by humans specifically to break humans. Somewhere escape isn't just unlikely, it's architecturally impossible. That's what we're covering next. What if you were trapped in the world's highest security prison, surviving CECOT, because the Amazon let you walk out? CECOT doesn't let anyone walk anywhere.